Let's look at some of the excitement that has actually come through in Zimbabwe. The introduction of the FTSE index for the Zimbabwean Stock Exchange. This is obviously very good for the foreigners. How are locals taking up this news?
The mixed sentiments on the market, albeit to say that there was a summit during the weekend where brokers and players in the industry met to consider the way forward in trying to broaden the local capital market. And the FTSE index was one of the measures that the gathering mooted would benefit, especially in terms of attracting foreign investors. They thought if a FTSE index, perhaps on the top 25 counters, was going to be introduced, it would make a lot more sense to foreign investors who have been, at the moment, only been investing in a few stocks on the local market.
Let's also just touch on how this is going to impact turnover volumes, given the fact that foreigners are going to feel slightly more comfortable when it comes to embarking on that FTSE index. Is there an expectation that we'll see a much higher volume number going forward?
I think the idea is to sell the good name FTSE, being a well-recognized in the index as it is. I think the idea is to link that name with the local equities market, to try and perhaps diminish the uncertainty in the local environment, to try and diminish the country risk that has been attached on the local equities. So as far as that is concerned, we think it's a movement in the right direction, in that if FTSE is involved in that index, it sort of appeals to foreign investors who have been skeptical and have been on the sideline as far as the local equities have been concerned.
Yeah, I mean, there's the new products that are coming online with regards to futures, bonds, commodity derivatives market. We're looking at the alternative stock exchange for small to medium-sized enterprises. There's a lot that is happening, quite a bit of activity. So let's just delve into some of the key factors that are actually going to drive the markets going forward. It obviously means that platforms are opening up for more participation. But with regard to the actual performance, a lot of the stocks, are you confident that it's going to be a bullish year?
The outlook, I must confess, remains a bit sketchy at the moment because of the political uncertainty in the country. The ZFC has been performing quite flat and downwards since last year because of the uncertainty on whether elections are going to be held this year or not. So in terms of the performance of the stocks themselves, the financial performance has been quite good. But you find that political risk has sort of diminished the appetite on the local equities market. So though the developments will be exciting, they will continue to be dampened by the political scenario in the country. Albeit we think it's a positive development despite what will be happening in the political circles.
Yeah. So let's look at some of the performances as well. I mean, we've got African Sun that is planning to relaunch its Holiday Inn in Harare and Bulawayo as well. This is quite a positive movement coming through, given the fact that tourism is starting to increase. Do you think that it's one of those stocks that offer good potential investment at this point?
Definitely, the tourism sector in the country is one of the sectors that expect to pose some positive growth this year, notably on the back of increased tourist arrivals due to the improved macroeconomic environment in the country. We find that tourism is a major industry in the country, and the African Sun, I think, is trying to rebrand its hotels and its offering to ensure that whatever foreign investors or foreign tourists coming in the country may be booked into their hotels. It also follows through from the fact that the country is going to host the United Nations World Tourism Organization Assembly next year. So we think that they're trying to take opportunity in that assembly to try and market their product.
Let's touch on tobacco, because this is going to be exciting coming through next week. We're looking at the actual selling season kicking off, and it's perhaps quite exciting in Zimbabwe, given the fact that we saw Brazilian production down quite significantly. It is expected that sales could hit around 150 million kilograms in Zimbabwe, up from what we saw last year.
Definitely, the tobacco selling season is a fundamental aspect in the country in as far as liquidity is concerned. I think you are well aware of the liquidity crunch that the country has been going through for quite some time. So the tobacco selling season normally coincides with an improvement in liquidity because foreign buyers will be injecting some foreign currencies into the system. So there's high expectation that this year the prices may move from around the $3.6 per kg that was realized last year, notably because world production this year is expected to have gone down because the major producers, the likes of Brazil and USA, their production was affected by natural calamities in those countries. So there's quite positive optimism that the tobacco selling season this year will be quite exciting as far as liquidity is concerned and the prices as well.